It's become clear to me that this prolonged leadership turmoil would do irreparable harm to the institution. So this morning I informed my colleagues that I would resign from the speakership and resign from Congress at the end of October.
After years at the center of Republican politics, House Speaker John Boehner stepped down in 2015. Since then, he's been mostly absent from public life, with the exception of calling Senator Ted Cruz Lucifer in the flesh. Last week, in one of his first interviews since leaving office, Speaker Boehner talked to Vice Founder Shane Smith about the raucous race for president and where our politics heads from here.
There you go.
This is the coolest wine opener ever.
Beautiful.
I don't remember the last time I did an interview with a glass of wine. Cool.
So we're looking at how the left is more left, the right is more right. If you look at what happened to the Democratic Party with Bernie Sanders, for example, Trump has sort of thrown the GOP into confusion. What are your thoughts on the 16 race?
I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime, and neither has anybody else. And here we are in 2016, I'm not in office anymore, and people think that I can explain this to them. I just look at them and I tell them, no, it's as bizarre as it looks.
And we should be very, very proud that the establishment on Wall Street, in corporate America, in the corporate media, they're getting very nervous. That's a wonderful thing.
Bernie Sanders and I were elected on the same day for the first time in 1990. I've served with Bernie for 25 years. And the most surprised people in America are those who served with him over the last 25 years because they can't believe this is happening. All we know is the 74-year-old curmudgeon socialist from Vermont. Never talked to anybody.
And why did that happen, though?
Because Bernie had a message. Now, I'll say Bernie's probably the most honest person running for president because he actually believes all that crazy stuff he says. And we have profound disagreements, but I just get along with Bernie. But he had a message. You know, Hillary Clinton, I'm still searching for, what's the message? And it's a problem for her. You know, other than I'm a woman, you ought to vote for me.
I humbly and gratefully accept your nomination for the presidency of the United States.
I was a big Jeb Bush guy. I was a big John Kasich guy. Now I'm a Donald Trump guy.
Why?
Kinda.
Why is the kinda?
Listen, I think there's only one thing that matters in this election, and that is who appoints the next 2, 3, 4 Supreme Court justices.
Is that why they're not letting the nomination go through right now?
Correct.
Yeah, because that's where the power is.
That's where all the power is going to be.
This is going to be decided by the American people, and the next president, whoever that may be, will fill this vacancy.
Donald Trump is, you support him, but he's not really conservative. What does that mean?
He's not a conservative.
Right.
He's barely a Republican. He kind of became a Republican in order to run. But, his ideas, when you can get to them, are frankly more in the direction that I would want the country to go to than Hillary Clinton. I like Hillary Clinton. I've known her for a long time, worked with her. She's not a bad person, but it's just be more of the policies we've seen out of the Obama administration. So while Donald wasn't my first choice,
Right.
wasn't my second choice, for that matter, he wasn't my third choice.
Right.
But he's the nominee, and I'm going to vote for him.
So,
Don't you see this election and the dysfunction around it as a problem, and that sanity needs to prevail of somebody who knows how to actually get things done?
Sanity didn't prevail in the presidential primaries. And we're not in that cycle. We're not in that zone. At some point, we may be. But
what cycle are we in now?
craziness. Come on, it's crazy.
And
the
what's gonna
American
happen?
people are looking at this going, what in the hell happened to America?
Right.
What happened to American politics?
And what did happen?
The country is so divided that we ended up with what we ended up with.
Right.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.